Welcome to the Trans-European Division. Stretching from island nations in the North Atlantic Ocean, across Northern Europe to the Middle East, Northeastern Africa and Pakistan, this division of the Seventh-day Adventist Church is immense in terms of geographic size and the diverse cultures and languages it covers. Yet in terms of membership, it is the smallest division in the world church. Only 111,000 Adventists live in this region with a population of some 638 million people. The Trans-European Division's diversity and sheer size is just one of its many challenges. Much of Europe is said to be materialistic, postmodern, and secular. People who walk these streets often have little interest in a God who loves them. Many seem more interested in prosperity than recognizing a higher power. Many Christian churches are all but empty. Another challenge is that two of the world's major non-Christian religions, Judaism and Islam, call this region home. There is often resistance to even associating with Christians. This can make it difficult to win and nurture new believers. Despite these challenges, the Adventist Church in the Trans-European Division continues to tell their world about Christ's love. But they need our help to make sure that their work goes on. 3 countries in the Trans-European Division will receive part of the 13th Sabbath offering this quarter: Denmark, Poland, and Finland. Each has their own way of reaching out into their community. Denmark is the southernmost of the Scandinavian countries. It consists of a main landmass which extends north from Germany into the North Sea and a series of archipelagic islands to the east in the Baltic Sea. Nearly all Danes are members of the Evangelical Lutheran Church of Denmark, although most are secular or postmodern and have little or no religious experience. By some accounts, less than 4% of Danes attend church regularly. In 1877, John Madison, a Danish man living in the United States, wrote a letter to General Conference President James White, asking to be sent as a missionary to Denmark. In 1880, just 3 years after his arrival, Madison helped organize the first Adventist conference outside North America, the Danish Conference, with 7 churches and 120 members. Despite the long history the Adventist Church has in Denmark and the rapid growth it initially experienced, the church today is stagnant. There are only 2,523 members who live here. Church membership has dropped by some 10% over the last decade. Fortunately, there is new hope found in the International English Church plant in Denmark's capital, Copenhagen. Many of the members are student or guest workers with short-term visas to remain in the country. Part of the 13th Sabbath offering this quarter will go to plant a similar English-speaking church in Denmark. Poland finds its roots in Christianity around the end of the 10th century. The first king of Poland, Mieszkał I, became a Christian around 966 and formed what is now Poland as a sovereign Christian state. This Central European country, between Germany, Austria, and Russia, was divided between Austria, the King of Prussia, and the Russian Empire in 1795. It gained its independence at the end of World War I, only to be taken over by Nazi Germany during World War II. At the close of the Great War, Poland fell behind the Soviet Iron Curtain. The Adventist Church's beginnings in Poland trace back to 1888, when J. Laubin and H. Skabowitz moved from the Crimea to eastern Poland to start an Adventist congregation. 3 years later, they opened a church in Czarnauka. The Adventist Church struggled to gain state recognition, but grew. For a while, all church buildings had to be privately held. During World War II, both Russian and Nazi German invaders outlawed the Adventist Church. All church properties were taken away, and some faithful members were sent away to Siberia. Following the war, the Adventist Church was reestablished and started to grow again. The fall of communism in 1989 brought full religious freedom for the Adventist Church. While this newfound freedom for the nation is good, the nation has grown quite secular. The Adventist Church has barely grown in total membership over the past 15 years. One way the Adventist Church is trying to reach people in Poland is through Camp Zatoni. The camp, which was originally a gift from the Polish government, is used every year by the church to give hundreds of children an opportunity to learn about God. But the government is demanding that the camp's buildings be brought up to modern standards. It's a major financial hardship on the 5,700 Adventist believers in Poland. Part of this quarter's 13th Sabbath offering will help complete the renovations and make the camp even more useful as a way to share God's love. For nearly 10 weeks each summer, the sun doesn't set in the far north of Finland. This Scandinavian country, at the top of the world, is home to nearly 5.5 million people, but just over 5,000 Adventists. The church's size has dropped by some 20% over the past 15 years. The Adventist Church's work in Finland started when A.F. Lundqvist, a Finnish sea captain, purchased several Adventist books from a literature evangelist while his ship was docked in Liverpool, England, in 1885. Upon reading them, he was convinced of the Sabbath and became an Adventist. In 1891, Emil Lind, the literature evangelism director in Sweden, visited Finland to investigate the possibilities of selling books there. Due to some challenges importing literature from Sweden, a printing press opened in 1893. In 1894, the first church was established with 24 charter members, followed by a school in 1917 and a physical therapy center in 1921. Like Denmark, despite Finland's great start, the church has struggled to grow. Just outside Finland's capital, Helsinki, a growing congregation of believers feels they can stem the tide and are looking for innovative ways to share their faith and their message with their neighbors. Part of the 13th Sabbath offering this quarter will go to renovate a historic building that this congregation will use as a church. Please pray for the Adventist Church in the Trans-European Division, especially those in these 3 countries, as they tell the world about God. And thank you for your ongoing support of the mission offerings. To learn more about the Seventh-day Adventist Church in the Trans-European Division, please visit adventistmission.org.